Hitting on recording first, and I'm going to upload the recorded video of this session on my channel, so you guys can go and check out my channel for this video. So this is the second flowchart that we will be doing today. Uh, in this, what is the difference between these two flowcharts? In this we haven't used the decision box, and in this flowchart we have made use of this decision box. Now, why do we require the decision box for? We require decision box for checking a condition, on the basis of which we present the output or we print out. Fine. So now this question over here is saying draw a flowchart to find the greatest between the two numbers. Okay. So for this thing, the first requirement is we need two numbers first. Okay, so we will be asking the user that please input two numbers, and we will then be storing them in two different variables. Suppose A is the first variable in which we have stored the first number, and B is the second variable in which we will be storing the second number. Now after that, what? If you want to find out the greatest number between the two numbers, then you have to check some conditions first. The first condition you may come across is it may be possible that both the numbers are equal. So in that case, you will have to define this condition, right? Okay, and the output in that case will be both the numbers are equal, or A and B are equal, or the two entered numbers are equal. Okay, so this can be the, just a second बेटा, एक काम करिए, let me just show it to you practically.
Sir, Kashvi Bhargava is present. Sir, light was gone, so
Ashvi
I
Bhargav.
joined late.
No problem, dear. I'm marking you present. Just give me 5
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, who's this?
सर आई एम हृदयांश वर्मा. सर मुझे पता नहीं था कि कंप्यूटर की क्लास है, तो मैंने हिंदी की क्लास ज्वाइन कर ली, फिर मुझे पता
No
चला
problem,
कंप्यूटर
Hridyansh.
की है.
Hridyansh, I'm marking you present, and
I
Kashvi,
also told you my
I
name
am
in my attendance, which you didn't mark.
I'm marking you also present. Okay, dear. Is there anyone else who has joined late and has not been marked present in this list, except these two? Okay, so let's come on that flowchart part. Now,
Sir, I have sent you the photo of algorithm and flowchart.
okay, dear. I will check it afterwards. So, when you are drawing a flowchart or when you are writing an algorithm, the first thing that you have to do is you have to mention the starting point, right? You are required to define the starting point of algorithm or flowchart. Suppose right now we are drawing a flowchart, okay? And what is the question? Draw a flowchart for finding out the greatest number between the two entered numbers. Okay, this is a question, and now we will be drawing the flowchart for this question. So the first thing that we will be doing, we need to define the starting point. So for defining the start point, we make use of oval shaped box. Am I right?
Yes.
Everyone know about it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's define the starting point right at the top like this. So this is an oval shaped box where in which we have defined the starting point like this. Now, what is the second thing we are required to do? What is the second thing that is required? The
Input
second
of
thing
two
is
numbers.
we need to get the numbers. We need to
Input
get the input from the
numbers
from the user, on the basis of which we can make the calculation or we can define the conditions. Okay, so now we will be taking the input from the user, and the students who were not there in the previous class, let me just tell you one thing. For taking the input, the box that we use is this input output box. It is a parallelogram type of box that we use for taking the input and printing the result or producing the output or for giving the output. Okay, so let's define this box over here. But before that, we need to draw these flow lines first. because the program is going to flow from top to bottom. So we will be drawing these flow lines somewhat like this. Okay. Now let's draw that parallelogram box in which we will be asking the user to input two numbers. Okay. Input the two numbers. And then we need to store it in two variables. Input the two numbers A and B. Okay, so I'm done with defining this point. Now we need to check a condition. The first condition that we will be checking is whether A and B are equal or not. So for checking the condition, the box we use is decision box or condition box. It's a kite shaped kind of box. See, we can make use of that for defining a condition, for checking a condition. Let's search for that in this shapes option. So this is the one we can make use of, and let's make use of we need to put a direction sign also, right? Just a second. Okay, we can copy this one and use this. Okay, so now inside this decision box, let's define a condition. If A is equals to B. Now what does this mean? अगर A B के बराबर है, if the two numbers that the user has entered, if they are equal, if this condition is true. Now every condition has two parts. Either the condition can be false or the condition can be true. Now we need to draw the diagrams for both the conditions. Okay, we need to draw the flowchart in such a way that the user can see both the conditions. How can we do that? So let's define the true part or the yes part first. For doing that, first of all, we are going to make a flow line like this. Now, on the top of this flow line, we need to write down yes. Okay, like this, we need to write down yes on the top of this flow line. So this is indicating that if this condition is true, if this condition is yes, if it is true, then what shall be the output? What should be the output? Let's make use of this parallelogram shaped box and let's put it here. Fine. Then the output should be both the numbers are equal. Okay. This is the output which we would like the user to see in case the number he has entered are equal. Now let's define the false part of this condition. See, this we have already consumed this point of this kite shaped decision box. This point also we have used. Now there are 2 points which are free at present. One is this and the second one is this. So you can make use of either this point for defining the false part, or you can make use of this point for defining the false part. It is totally your call. I am using this point for now. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let's make use of this direction flow lines first. So here I'm going to define the false part of this condition. If this condition is not true, then what should happen? So that's how we can indicate the false part of this condition by writing no at the top of this direction flow or flow line. Now, if A is not equal, if A is equal to B, if this condition is false, it means that A is not equal to B. ठीक है, यही मतलब हो इस चीज का. Now if A is not equal to B, then there are two conditions which exist. One is it can be possible that A is greater than B. Second is it can be possible that B is greater than A. ठीक है, यही तो कंडीशन एग्जिस्ट करती है. अब हम चेक करेंगे इफ A is greater than B, अगर A B से बड़ा है, then now we again have to define two parts for this condition. One is the false part and the second one is the true part. One is the no part and the second one is the true part, or you can say no part and yes part. Now let's make use of this direction sign first. I'm putting it here, and for defining the false part, so these are the 2 points which I am making use of for defining the yes part and false part of this condition. Okay, now if this condition is true, so how am I going to indicate that? I need to make use of this yes text here. Okay, now if this condition is true, what should be the output? What would I like the user to see? A is greater than B. This is the output that I would like the user to see. Okay, and if this condition is not true, then what should be the output? Can anyone tell me what should be the output if this condition is not true?
Sir, B is greater than A.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. dear. अगर A B से बड़ा नहीं है, तो B A से बड़ा होगा. बिल्कुल सही बात है. Now let's replace this A with B and B with A. Okay. So we are done with defining all the conditions which are required for drawing the flowchart. Now, how many output points are there? Can anyone tell me how many output points are there? Points at which the output is getting printed, or we are printing the result at.
3.
There are 3 output points. One is this one, second one is this, and the third one is this. Now, after drawing everything, every step of the algorithm, what you have to do, you have to connect all the output points to the stop point, or to the point where you are going to define the end part of the flowchart, end point of the flowchart. How can we define the end point of the flowchart? We can make use of this oval shaped box. The only thing that we need to do is we need to just replace this start with stop. Okay, that's what we need to do, right? So that's how we can define the ending point of the algorithm. Now we need to connect all the output points to this stop point, to the point where the algorithm is ending. How can we do that? So we are going to make use of these direction flow symbols. Okay, and we are going to connect every point, every output point to this. Just hold on for a moment. By that time, I'm connecting all the points to this. So this is how you can connect everything to the ending point. Now let's draw this line. We need to draw it. The direction sign should be here. should be like this. Okay, let's make use of this. I'm putting it here, expanding the size of this. Is this flowchart clear to every one of you? Is this thing clear
Yes,
to every
sir.
one of you now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How can
sir.
you make? Now, what are the different things we studied about? We studied about algorithm. Till now, we have studied about algorithm. We studied about flowchart and the various symbols and various boxes we can use for drawing the flowchart. And what is a flowchart? Can anyone tell me what is a flowchart? What is a if I will give you a question
Sir,
in your
can I?
exam, suppose
Sir,
like
can I
Can I
what is the
tell you?
difference between
Shubhra?
just a second, yeah, just a second, let me just finish with my part. If I will give you a question like what is the difference between algorithm and flowchart, so how are you going to answer this question? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, can I tell Shubhravat?
Yes, sure, please go ahead, dear.
A flow chart is a pictorial a representation of
Don't read
steps
out from
of
the book, beta. I don't want the bookish language. Is it possible for you to define it yourself? Because
Yes, sir.
I don't want anyone to
I-
memorize anything from the book. Okay, you can use your own language. I have
Okay, sir.
practically shown you what is the difference between algorithm and flowchart. Yes, please go ahead, dear.
Flow chart is used to
Dear. Shubh wants to attempt this question. Yes, Shubh.
A flow chart is a steps of an algorithm.
Okay, dear. What do you want to say, dear? You have to put yourself on unmute first. Unmute yourself.
flow chart is used to solve the particular problem step by step.
But algorithm is also used for the same, dear. See, flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of algorithm. It is a diagrammatic representation of the steps of the algorithm. Okay? And what is an algorithm? It is a set of sequentially connected steps we use for solving a particular problem. Okay? Now, after writing these two things, what you have to do, in case you get this question in your exam, you have to, give an example also. You have to write down an example too. Write an algorithm. इधर एक part में algorithm लिखो, and after that draw a flow chart for that algorithm. Automatically answer clear हो जाएगा मुझको. Is this thing clear to every one of you?
Yes, sir.